Visual Studio Code has a number of features that make programming easier. One very powerful such feature, and frankly one that's quite fun, is called snippets. And the idea of a snippet is that you type a little bit of code and it expands into a great deal more code. Let's take an example by creating a class here in the interfaces.ts file. You'll notice we have a couple classes. We'll set aside the fact that that may not make sense from a TypeScript point of view. And we will create a class here, which we will call test class. So we're going to say class, test class, and it's not going to implement any particular interface. So we'll go ahead and put braces for that class. Now we would like to give this class a constructor. We could type out the constructor as you see on line 18, or we can use the snippet CTOR. This is a built-in snippet. We'll say CTOR, and notice that IntelliSense knows that this is a snippet and shows on the right that this is going to create a constructor for the TypeScript language, provide room for comments for you, use the keyword constructor, and also use the keyword super so that if you are deriving from another class, you can chain up. All I have to do with CTOR is hit tab, and all of that expands for me. Now, let's take another interesting snippet, which is the function snippet. We'll come down to below the constructor, and here we're going to type FUN. And notice once again that IntelliSense tells you that this is a known snippet. And when we expand, the cursor goes to the name substitution parameter. A substitution parameter means that this is a stand-in for whatever name you want to give this function. Let's call it my function. And notice as soon as I begin to type, it types over the substitution parameter. If I hit tab, it brings me to the keyword params, which again here is a substitution parameter. So I'm going to say my parameter and hit tab again, and that brings me to the type, and I can substitute in the word string. When I want to get out of my snippet, I simply hit escape. And now I can go back and make any changes, or I can go into the body of the function itself.